Alright, got a match with Zeus over here. Let's see what he sends out. He sends out a Zapdos, and I've got a Duskmoor. Now, I guess he might think I could Ice Punch or something, but he's probably not too really worried, let alone with Roost and all that stuff. And I was kind of thinking he might set up a Light Screen or Reflect or one of those. And I get some burn on it, just pretty much for residual damage. If he has Drill Peck or U-Turn, that I guess it helps a little bit, but it was pretty much just to get some damage in. And seeing as he used Thunderbolt, he's probably got nothing else going on to do, so I thought he would switch, and I was like, maybe I could use another Will-O-Wisp, but I decided, I'm just going to Pain Split in case he wants to Thunderbolt again, and even not, whatever comes in is going to have more HP than me anyway, so I figured it was pretty safe. I try and burn it. I thought about using Earthquake because I figure Will-O-Wisp isn't going to do much anyway, but I went with the Will-O-Wisp just because I figured it's extra damage, and I think I remember that if it is heat-proof, Will-O-Wisp does, it hurts it less, and you can tell that, so whatever. I go to this guy. I was a little afraid of Explosion despite the fact that it was directly off the bat and on a Ghost, but whatever. I go to him, and I thought for a long time here. I was like, he seems to have a wall team. Well, I don't know. But I was afraid of Heat Train coming in because I know a lot of people like to do that these days. And especially with Zapdos on a team, that's common. And so I was afraid of Heat Train coming in. I didn't want to have Flamethrower go off and then have it be Scarfed and then kill me. And I thought about Close Combat, but I was like, if he Earthquakes or if he Gyro Balls, Close Combat might get me killed because it won't finish him off. If he just flat out explodes, Close Combat wouldn't do anything either. I also thought of Nasty Plot, which I could use with Grass Knot. I know it wouldn't finish it, but I don't know. I thought about every move that I could have done and everything that he could have brought in with that. In the end, I was just like, screw it. I'll go with the safe move and see what happens. So that was that. In comes Suicune. And I don't really want to stay here. I suppose it could Calm Mind or it could Roar, expecting me to switch away. But it ended up just using Sub, which I guess is okay. So I can Roar him away, but I'm thinking, because he was complaining, he's like, oh hell, you have a Suicune of your own. And so I was like, I might be faster because I put in a few speed EVs. And so I wanted to Calm Mind and see if I could get something going. Because if he's got Sub, he likely doesn't have Roar, so I figured any stat boosts I get will be nice. So we end up both Calm Minding, which is kind of funny, because I can still blow him away, which I think is what I do here, because I'm not going to be able to hurt it all that much, in my opinion. I'm not positive. I think I blow it away. I might Calm Mind again. It's one of those two. Yeah, I roared it away, and then it comes back in, which is kind of funny. And I probably should have roared again, but at the same time, I don't have Stealth Rock up, so he'll just keep doing this till I run out of moves. So I Calm Mind, because at that point I forgot what my moves were. I don't have anything to hurt Celebi. I don't have Ice Beam, so I was like, no! And so that was the thought process at first, and then I realized I don't have that. So that didn't work out too well. I'm a little afraid of Leech Seed, and I was figuring if I go to Ape, then I can just use Flamethrower or maybe threaten a U-turn. I don't know, my physical Ape has U-turn, not this one, unfortunately. But and then just switch right out and not really care about the damage. So I go with Flamethrower because I kind of have to, otherwise I have nothing else to kill this thing with. So I just needed to get something on there. And then I bring in a Salamence, which can either use Draco Meteor or Flamethrower or Crunch of his own. And that was iffy. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I thought about Bronzong coming in, but I don't know, if Ape didn't do that much, I guess. It did, a little bit more than half. I wasn't sure if Bahamut would do the same amount. And so I just went with the Draco Meteor anyway, and I figured I could Flamethrower now. He did see it was Life Orb, so he was aware of that, but I just went to Dusknoir. I figured maybe I can get it to wake up, maybe I can dodge an Explosion, maybe I can make him get bored of sitting there waiting for me to wake up and switch. And he ended up exploding, which was sweet. So that was awesome. I haven't done that in a long time, and that felt pretty good. That was pretty cool. So he brings the Celebi back in so it can get a recover. And what did I go to? I think I went to Raikou because I was like, if I Calm Mind enough, maybe he won't be able to break my Sub, and I've got HP Ice. So let's see what happens with that. and I am faster after all, so I'll get the benefit of the higher calm mind, I guess you could say. So it was pretty much interesting. I was like, he won't predict this, and so I just went right to Reiku instead of something else. I don't know. I guess I was afraid of... I don't know what I was afraid of, really, honestly. But at this point, it was pretty much just like, fuck it, let's see what happens. So we just calm-minded a whole bunch. Well, actually, the first 3 moves, because we were talking on AIM, the first 3 moves, he wasn't sure what was going to happen until he realized that we both calm-minded 3 times. He was like, alright, let's just go max. So that was pretty much the thought process. I was like, well, my special attack is like uber high, and it's higher than his special defense, so if I boost that more, that should give me an advantage in the attacking department. That was the thought process, and I thought maybe my special defense will be able to take, because he has a fairly low, I guess it is base 100, unless he beefed it up. So I was expecting that it was low, because it was so bulky. But anyway, I got 5 Calm Minds in, and then I used Sub, just in case I could live one, because I'll still get my 6th Calm Mind in before he gets to hit me, and so I'll still be at max, and that was the little sneaky part with that. I was just trying to get a free sub. I suppose it could work either way. I don't know. I wanted to do something different and be sneaky, and I don't know. It ended up not working out, unfortunately, so whatever. Now it's just time to HP Ice and see how much it does. I expect it to 2-hit KO, and it doesn't nearly at all, and I was pissed. And then I take about 100 points myself. I'm like, what? How is it so bulky and so beastly at the same time? I hidden power again, and it gets it to a point where I realize right now I'm not going to kill it. He thinks so, but I sure don't unless I get a crit. So it's just asinine that a max Reiku has to 4-hit KO Celebi. It's like, are you kidding? Sure, it's got good special defense, but my special attack is through the roof. It leaves it at 4 HP, and he gets a fantastic crit. I would have lived, not with much, but I would have lived, been able to finish it off, and then he would have had to revenge kill me. So that was huge. Absolutely huge. So now I bring in this, expecting it to be faster, but he's got one fucked up Celebi because I'm not faster. And I'm just like, what the hell? That was... I don't know. And at this point, it's game over. So I've just got a couple walls left, and sure, I can kill the Celebi, but that's beside the point. I no longer have my 2 sweepers, and I'm not going to take out the rest of his guys with my 2 walls. So that's pretty much it, and yeah, that's game. So he said he could have brought in a Lucario to what's the word? Revenge. There we go. On the Salamence, or not the Salamence, the Reiku, if it didn't get critted. And so I probably would have brought in Mence for an Intimidate, and then, I don't know, I would have switched to Suicune or switched to Dusknoir just to see what it would do if it had Stone Edge or Crunch. And then, I don't know, there still would have been a game of it, I guess, but looks like there wasn't, so it was a good game to Zeus, and it was really fun. Good luck to him and everything else he does, and hopefully I can find some music. Oh shit, iTunes isn't open. I don't have any music. You get to listen to nothing. Get some.